Hello students, myself Miss Rachna Jain, Associate Professor, Department of English, Government PG College, Rajgarh, Alwar. Today I am going to explain you the poem Ulysses composed by Tennyson. I will explain you this poem into 3 or 4 parts that will be easier to you to understand it. In the previous video, I have told you about Tennyson, his major works, and the brief introduction of the poem Ulysses. Now, for your convenience, I will repeat this introduction again. Tennyson was a Victorian era poet and he was born in 1809 and died in 1892. His major works were the dramatic monologue like Lotus Eaters, Ulysses, and his famous lyrics were Brag, 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 Tears, Idle Tears, etc. The poem Ulysses is about a great Greek hero, Ulysses, who has been a warrior, a great adventurer throughout his life. Today the topic of my lecture are the explanation of the poem Ulysses from line 1 to 24, context of the poem, and then explanation. First of all, I will tell you the context of the poem. Ulysses was a great Greek hero. He has a noble thirst for wandering abroad both on earth and in the sea. He has returned from the Trojan War to rule over his kingdom Ithaca. He has been away from his country for more than 10 years. But he does not like the idle life of a king, so he desires to set sail again and to have fresh experiences of life. These are the opening lines of the poem, which shows the restless spirit of Ulysses. First of all, I will read these lines to you. It little profits than an idle king by this still heard among these barren crags, matched with an easy wife, I meet and dole unequal laws unto a savage race that hoard and sleep and feed and know not me. In the first line, little profits means there is not any use. An idle life, idle king means the luxurious life of a king. By the still heart. Still heart means the comforts or peaceful life of home. Barren crags means unproductive areas of Ithaca. Matched means in the company. So I explain now. It little profits that an idle king. Ulysses says that he does not like an idle and luxurious life of a king. He does not want to rule over his kingdom just like an idle king. By this is still hurt. He does not like the comforts of home, the peaceful life at home, among these barren cracks. He doesn't want to live in the unproductive areas of Ithaca as well as matched with an aged wife. He doesn't want to live in the company of his wife who has grown old like Ulysses himself. I meet and dole unequal laws. He doesn't like the people of Ithaca where the laws were unequal to all. Savage race. And the people of Ithaca, savage means uneducated, wild. The people of Ithaca were uncivilized, barbarous by nature, that hoard and sleep and feed. They spend most of their time, hoard means earning and hoarding money, in sleeping, feed means and in eating food, and especially the reason Ulysses doesn't like them is that no, not me. Here no is very significant. First, it has two meanings. First, the people of Ithaca do not recognize him because he has been away for 20 years from his kingdom Ithaca. Secondly, no means appreciate. The people of Ithaca do not appreciate the adventurous spirit, the works and deeds of Ulysses. So here the Ulysses gives a long list in which he describes that he doesn't like the inactive life of a king and he doesn't want to live in Ithaca and he wants to go in search of new knowledge, new experience. So I repeat the passage again. He doesn't like to be an idle king. He doesn't want to live in the comforts and peaceful pleasure at home. He doesn't want to rule over the unproductive areas of Ithaca, and he dislikes to live in the company of his aged wife. He also not appreciates the people of Ithaca who were uncivilized and uneducated, where the laws were unequal to all. The people of Ithaca are always busy in earning and hoarding money. They spend most of their time in sleeping and eating food, and they do not recognize Ulysses as he has been away from his kingdom for a very long period of time. And lastly, they do not appreciate the adventurous spirit of Ulysses. So Ulysses doesn't like to live as a king. He doesn't want to rule over his kingdom. He wants to go to set sail again to gain much and much knowledge. In the second part, I read the lines, I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I have enjoyed greatly. I have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone on shore, and when through scudding drifts the rainy heights, wakes the dim sea. Here, these lines throw light on the restless character of Ulysses. Ulysses says that he cannot rest from travel. he wants to go on sail in search of new experiences of life. I will drink life to the sea. He says that he wants to gain the knowledge till the last breath of his life. All times I have enjoyed greatly. Then he tells about his experiences on the voyages. He says that all the times in his sea voyages enjoyed greatly. He enjoyed all the experiences too much, suffered greatly, although he also suffered too much because of the bad weather, bad climate, and other incidental effects. Sometimes he suffered and enjoyed. Those that loved me means in the company of his fellow sailors who loved him too much, and alone means, and sometimes he suffered and enjoyed all alone on the shore. When through scudding drifts the rainy heights wax the dim sea, he also suffered at the time when the heights means the cluster of 7 stars, wax the dim sea means, wax means made the sea dim and dark, and the black clouds spread throughout the sky, and because of this weather became bad. Even in such critical condition he enjoyed too much because of his adventurous spirit, and he desires to set sail again to enjoy the life, to satisfy his adventurous spirit, and he cannot rest from travel. So Ulysses is very curious to discover new things in life. He doesn't want to live inactively as a king in Ithaca. So he shows his restless spirit in these lines. In the next part, Ulysses also shares his experiences through his sea voyages. He says, I read the lines to you. I am become a name for always roaming with a hungry heart. Much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments. Myself not least, but honored of them all, and drunk delight of battle with my peers, for on the ringing plains of windy Troy. Ulysses says, I am become a name, that because of his adventurous spirit, he has become very famous throughout the world. As he had participated in the Trojan War, he fought bravely in that war and won it. So because of his adventurous spirit, he has become very famous to all, for always roaming with a hungry heart. Although he has gained much knowledge in these 20 years, still his heart is hungry to get more and more knowledge. He says, much have I seen and known. During his voyages, he has seen so many things and gained so much knowledge. For example, cities of men. He has seen so many cities of people. Manners means the customs and traditions of different kind of people. Climates, different kinds of weathers and climates of that country. Councils and governments, etc. So he gained so much knowledge. of different kind of people, their culture, their climates, weathers, councils, governments, etc. Yet he is not satisfied still. Myself not least but honored of them all. He says wherever he went, he was warmly welcomed by the people and drunk delight of battle. And he also found a great joy and pleasure in the battle of Troy with my peers. Peers means equal. When he fought with his enemies who were equally as brave as Ulysses himself. So he took pleasure in participating in the Trojan War, fighting with his enemies who were equally powerful like him. He gained so much knowledge of different kinds of culture, climates, councils, governments. Still, his heart is hungry to gain much and much knowledge around the world. He wants to set sail again. He is still dissatisfied. He doesn't like the inactive life at home. He wants to gain new things, new experiences of life. So, the students, you have understood, I think you have understood the explanations of today's lines. In this slide, these are the most important lines, and these lines are very important for examination. I am a part of all that I have met, yet all experience is an arc where through gleams that untraveled world whose margin fades forever and forever when I move. In these lines, Ulysses says that he has become the part of all that great works, madness, in which he has participated. He took pleasure in all the works which he did, yet all experience is an arc. Here the poetic device metaphor is used. Experience is compared to an arc, to a building, such kind of a window. He says that all the experience is an arc. It is a kind of window through which gleams means sees, looks, through which he looks the untraveled world, means the portion of the world which he has not visited before, and whose margin fades. Margin means the very ends. The margin of those untraveled lands fades away when he moves towards them. Ulysses wants to say that experience is like an arc, it is like a window through which he looks so many lands which he has not visited before. To see these lands, he wants to visit them, but as soon as he moves towards them, the margin of these lands recedes back. So he means to say that although he has gathered much knowledge of this universe in the 20 years span, still much is left to be learned more. So he says how dull it is to pause. Ulysses thinks it is quite dull, it is painful to stay at home without doing any adventurous work. In the eyes of Ulysses, to make an end, To live at home without any activity means the end of life. To rust unburnished, not to be shine in use. The inactive life is like a sword which is rusted when it is not used in battle. Same is the situation with life, peaceful life. If a person stays at home without doing any important work and activity, he gets rusted just like the rusted sword. As through breath were life, it seems as if life is nothing but to breath, but it is not true. Life means doing something special to get the knowledge of this world, of this universe, and Ulysses believes that the single life is not enough to achieve the knowledge of this universe. So he decides to set sail again to discover new lands, to get new knowledge of this universe. So students, I have discussed you and explain you the very meaning of these 24 lines. If you have any query, you can ask me. And that's all for the day. In the next video, I will discuss you the second part of the poem Ulysses. So thank you for listening to my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.